It's all different types of support in FGC.
Yeah,
it's not just competitors. Yeah, and for some reason, people fail to tell you that it's just, oh, you compete, you get sponsored, and that's it. You're known in the FGC, and it's like that's not what makes the FGC go round.
Exactly.
At all.
There's plenty of ways that you can break into the FGC without being a top player.
Yeah.
Right. There's content creation. I mean, commentating. Hey, we need TOs, tournament organizers, and we need people to help out with brackets as well.
Yeah.
So, and that's the most underrated.
Yeah, it's
tournament
very
organizers and brackets. If you don't have a well-run bracket, imagine how that local or that major is going to be.
It's going to take you forever and a day to get through that whole process. Trust me.
Even the streamers. You got streamers like Beeful Techie and Team Spooky. You know, they might be the biggest ones, but there are other people. You know, so there's more than one role. You know, just like and I hate it that young kids think, oh, I'm gonna become a player, therefore I'm gonna get sponsored and I'm gonna start getting paid because that's what they're shown.
Yeah. And
it's like that's not all it is.
It's not
like at all.
And it's not that easy either.
It's not easy. Trust me. I remember my first tournament.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You good. No, my first couple of tournaments, I went 0-2, and I considered myself pretty good. And I got out there to go into majors, and like,
oh, you thought she was good?
Different. Yeah, you thought she was good, huh? Nah, go ahead home. Go ahead and get that return ticket and go ahead home and try.
And a young kid will see somebody like Majin or somebody like Sonic Fox, and they see him winning, and they see that they have a name to them, you know, like at the beginning of their name because they're sponsored, and it's like, oh, I want to do that too. It's good to be inspired, but they need to be they need to be knowledgeable as well, and not everybody's going to teach them that. You know, so they're going in blind at 9 years old or 8, even 7 years old,
and that's the hard part is actually breaking into the scene as far as trying to be a competitor and actually learning how, because you really got to commit yourself to learning it yourself first before you can seek help.
Right. Like, and then we had Poke Chop interview Poke Chop, and I asked Poke Chop about would he ever let his daughter in FGC or let her start in FGC. He said no. The things that go on nowadays, no, I wouldn't want her in FGC. And that's another issue that I kind of have is, you know, is it that bad in the FGC now that parents wouldn't want their children to join the FGC? Because honestly, the children are our future. As corny as that sounds, they are our future. So it's like, if you don't want your child in a fighting game community, what's really going to happen in the fighting game community? You know?
It's just going to die out.
Yeah, exactly. But is that bad? You don't want the child in there?
But see,
you know what I'm saying?
It's different because it's all about how you portray yourself and also how you conduct yourself in the FGC. You don't have to be involved in all that dumbass drama that goes on that you see on social media. And that's probably what he's talking about. You can, I've years, I'll see it, but I don't engage in the drama. I go play the game. Yeah, I don't have the time for it. Yeah. Because for one, I'm still trying to establish myself. And if you are not that good like that, you're not even going to be seen. So it's really on yourself and how you conduct yourself inside the FGC as far as being a competitor. You don't have to be involved in that drama shit. It's pretty much irrelevant, to be honest with you.
But you know, and I get it. Like feeling like you have to be a part, like, because like a lot of the stuff, like I'm starting to notice, like a lot of the stuff that we're talking about right now is a mentality that people have when they go into streaming. You know, when I first got into streaming, you go on these little Facebook sites, and it's everybody. It's all the same thing. Like, help me get the X amount of followers so I can get affiliate, so I can start making money. And you know, you don't think about it at first because you're brand new to it, but then once you start seeing what it's all about, like, just because you hit affiliate doesn't mean you're getting money. Just because you
made it.
Yeah, like just because you hit partnered doesn't mean you're getting money. It you know, the FGC works the same way. Just because you make it to these tournaments doesn't mean you're gonna get money. It doesn't mean you're gonna hit what top 3 or top 5. It doesn't mean that you're gonna hit that sponsor. Like 9 times out of 10,
just because you get sponsored doesn't mean you're going to make money.
Just because you get sponsored doesn't even mean doesn't mean you're going to make money. Like, you show up, Echo Fox ain't even looking at your ass right now. They're too busy looking at the cat that's been here 15 times already and consistently making top 20. That's who they're looking at. They're not looking at you. It's just, but it's hard. It's hard to dishearten somebody who has that thought process, because at some point that was the drive for all of us. You know, right. The drive was, I want that. I want to get there. You know, I want to be that guy. I want to be Majin. I want to be Pokechop. You know, I want to see my name come up. I want to be Smug. I want to be Echo Fox. I mean, I don't, you know,
I want to be Sonic Fox. You know?
Sonic Fox. You know, I'm not a furry, you know, and nothing like that. But you know, I want that. You know,
or that whole persona came out for him later on. Like at first, he was a Skullgirls kid, like Afro said.
Yeah.
He was playing Skullgirls. He was nothing but a casual kid going to locals playing Skullgirls. Yeah. And then after that, he went into Mortal Kombat, and that's when he started becoming a name.
Yeah.
But see, he's always been a top player, you know, besides, I should say, a online warrior. He's always been known. He just broke out when he went to a tournament and he started slapping people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And let me clarify for the record, I am not talking shit about Echo Fox or about Sonic Fox and his. And I know y'all understand what I'm saying, but I want to make sure that, like, the people that are listening understand.
Yeah, because they can get misconstrued.
Yeah, like, I am not talking shit about Sonic Fox's sexual preferences or anything like that. Like, the fact that he's able to do what he's able to do and come out in front of that, come out on stage and be like, this is what I am, this is what I'm about, this is who I am. Yeah. Fuck y'all. Like, more power to this
dope.
man. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah. But nah, it's just crazy. When I sat back and, like, I just started seeing, like, the similarities between the two mentalities of streaming and trying to get involved in the FGC. And then you have and like you were saying, you have all that drama. Well, if you look at it, like, that's always kind of been a trend that's been going around. The new trend now is to, like, say some random off the wall dumb shit, and for some reason that gets people clout. It used to, and don't get me wrong, like the messiness and the drama and stuff is still there. Like, you got people that'll sit there, you know, and just say some off the wall shit to somebody just to start drama, and then next thing you know, they went from, you know, being semi-relevant to, you know, now they got a mass following because of the fucking drama. Prime example. Last weekend there was this big first to 10 between two competitors. I want to say it was Super Akuma and somebody else. But basically, one person that honestly nobody knew came up and said the only reason why this man is winning is because he's using a gimmicky player like Akuma. And so he clapped back and was like, all right, first to 10 me. So literally 45 minutes later, they did a first to 10, and the guy that was talking shit got clapped. So it could have, the thing about that situation is it blew up in his face, but now he's known. He might be known as the guy who talked shit and got blown up on stream, but he's known now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
it happens like that.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly my point. Like, that's, like, it's so easy to do that, you know. It's so easy to have the mentality.
Focus on the drama.
Exactly, because you're so focused on the drama. So now this man has clout from talking shit, and that's all it was. That's literally all it was. Some nobody that hardly anybody knew about is known now because he started drama with a known person.
Any publicity is good publicity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
So I tell people, man, don't feed the trolls, bro, because all they do is looking for the reaction, especially as a Twitch streamer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Shit in your chat, just because they want to see you react.
Mm-hmm.
They're always on it. I just get my mind to look at the camera. Next thing I know, they banned. So it's like, all right.
Yep. Mm-hmm. They just try to get you out your element, and that's what gets them off.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I think that match ended up being like 10-4. Like blew him the fuck up.
Wow.
But no, I mean that aspect. I feel like that aspect is always going to be there. Like regardless of whether it's the FGC or anything else. I feel like it being in the FGC kind of like builds the fire. You know, because everybody wants that. You know, they want to see that. They want to see people get heated, playing whatever fighting game it is that's being played. You know,
that's a fact.
Yeah. So I know two of you fathers. Willie, are you a father?
Hell no.
Hey, but
I mean, I got
dad, but I got a mom. But he said that's a good answer. Oh, okay. Don't wait too long.
See, I got.
Don't wait till you're sterile to have kids.
I got 3 cats though, and like we actually decided that we're not going to have kids. So.
Okay, you know what? Okay, that's fine. Cats. No dogs.
Nah, no dogs. We got Charlie, Dio, and JoJo. So I'm happy.
He named the cat JoJo. Okay.
Oh yeah, JoJo and Dio. We are a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure family. So
look at that.
You know what I'm saying?
Charlie, so to Agent and Ronin. I didn't mean to cut you off, Willie.
You good? You good?
Okay. I'm sorry. Cause would you allow your children when they get older? Would you allow your children to stream?
Absolutely. Yeah. Zoe's interested in it now, and for you guys that don't know, Zoe's my daughter. She's 5. She just turned 5. This last weekend actually.
All right.
What she watches.
Happy birthday to her.
Absolutely. But a lot of what she watches on her tablet are like kid streamers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What is it? Roblox. I did not know what Roblox was until I just seen her watching it. I was like, yo, what are you watching? And she's like, Roblox. And I'm watching it, and it's kids streaming it, it's adults streaming it. And, she emulates kind of what she hears.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of has her little intro she'll do to herself when she thinks nobody's listening.
Uh-huh.
Hey, it's me, Zoe, and and then of course with me being the streamer, and she'll come in. If you've been to my stream, you've probably seen her walk by or something. You just see, the big ponytail.
Mm-hmm.
And, she'll come by, ask me a question or something.
Mm-hmm.
So she's interested in it. I think I would want her to get a little bit older.
Mm.
But it's something that'd be heavily monitored, if it's like Twitch or something like that, I'd definitely be like a mod in there or something, maybe there's YouTube videos. And, it's something you have to, especially, in this day and age. And of course, you don't even have to be a parent to understand, in this day and age, you just have, that's something you want to keep an eye on.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but I would let her, absolutely.
What about you, Agent?
Like Ronan said, it would have to be heavily monitored. Because, like I said, the time of days now it's just ridiculous, and people are shit. And like she does the same thing, Ronan, like Roblox. She watched, I forgot, there's some dude she watches. He streams on YouTube, and he's got a big YouTube channel. White guy, I can't remember his name, but I hear it. Yeah, I hear it every night. Like she has it on repeat on her YouTube, on her Xbox. I'm like, oh my god! Like I know the song by heart now.
Yeah. Do they watch a girl called I think she's like Little Kelly or something like that?
Probably. I could probably go in there and ask her to write down all her favorite YouTube players.
And their name will be there.
They'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But as far as streaming, she's asked me. I've actually had her on stream. Like I'm going to incorporate streaming with her because we played the PlayStation VR, this game called Beat Saber, and she she's actually pretty damn good at the game. So I'm gonna do co-streams with her and stuff like that. Try and get her involved in breaking her out of a shell as far as being social. Mm-hmm. She's not like she's not social, but being able to talk and have some type of interaction. Mm-hmm. But I definitely would let her, but like I said, heavily monitored. Heavily.
Mm-hmm. I love that though. The fact that you would encourage your daughters to stream, although you be there, because it sucks how many parents will say, okay, you can do it, and would leave their child to actually stream by themselves, and then later on it's like, what happens on stream, like you guys have mentioned, how people are nowadays, mm-hmm. And what happens, and the next thing you know, it's like, well, why is my child so depressed? Because you weren't watching them while they were streaming, and mm-hmm. somebody said something really rude and nasty to them.
Yeah.
Somebody say something, rude or disrespectful or racist or mm-hmm. Anything past that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like your kids, being exposed to that. And I mean, we all gonna keep it a band. Like the internet's not the nicest place. Mm-hmm. Because right. it's a lot of online courage. They'll say things they would never say to you in person.
Mm-hmm.
Say to your kid in person. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Keyboard warriors. Mm-hmm. A little bit bolder on the internet. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's something like I said. You have to be like right there with them. The chat, being a mod, whatever. But mm-hmm. to understand the maturity level of it and everything that comes with it.
I can't tell you how many times I'll get on Facebook and I see somebody's kid and like you don't see no kind of like adult around
presence. Yeah. They're just letting them run rampant. Like,
yeah,
who raised you?
Yeah. And I mean, like, now I'm not talking about like they look like they could be 12. Like, no, this kid is 6. Like, wow. The chair swallows this child as he plays Fortnite or something. And that seems to be the push now. Everybody's trying to be a streamer. Everybody's trying to, and I get the reasons behind it. I get why people are wanting it, because you look at, and I can tell you exactly where and when the big push happened. It happened when Ninja told everybody how much he made. It was that time where someone did an interview. I think it was the very first time he had an interview on TV. I think it was a late night show. He told them that he brought in 500.
He showed that dance on there too. Yeah.
He told them he brought in $500K a week, and then I shit you not, like the next week, all the little Twitch pages that I was on was just flooded with people coming in talking about, watch it, come check me out, come watch my content. And like it was Fortnite.
And, it's kind of like when PewDiePie brought all them people into YouTube.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. We see what happened to YouTube. Mm-hmm. Eventually, same thing will happen to Twitch, and same thing will happen to the next platform. People need to realize this is not going to be your way to make an income immediately.
No.
It's for one, it's going to take time, and two, it could die at any time.
At any time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just as fast as the success came, that shit could be taken away from you.
Yeah.
Facts.
And you know what's funny, and I'm gonna diverge from this part of the conversation after this. There is one. Hold on, my AC just kicked on, and I got air. I know y'all can hear that air behind me. Hold on a second.
Nah, you good.
Nah, I can't hear shit.
I got that AC on. It is cold.
I am in Texas.
We in the South, man. It's hot.
Okay.
So there's
I'm in New York. It's cold out here.
Yeah, y'all are like at negative 17 right now. There's one group that has done it right, and I say they've done it right because they've branched out beyond streaming, and it's a group called Game Grumps with Aaron Hansen and I can't think of the other guy's name. I can't think of the other guy. Anyway, so Aaron Hansen is an animator, and that's where he got his fame from. And so he branched off and got his little group together, and now they they went into YouTube, and so they do 15 increment episodes of whatever game they're playing. Like it's literally anything and everything under the sun. And it's just him and this other guy going back and forth for 15 minutes. Now, from the context of how they talk, it sounds like they do it like they have like their own little booth, their little studio, and they do like 7 or 8 hours, and they split it up into 15-minute increments every single time, right? Mm-hmm. And I mean, like they get like 2 million, 3 million views just off of that 15 minutes. You know, they do, like, and it's because they're, you know, it's not what they're playing, it's them, they're entertaining. But they branched out from that, so they started seeing the success from this, and they're like, okay, well, we got to do something else. So they start doing streaming, and they don't stream all that often, but they stream just enough to keep you interested and come back in and support them. So like, okay, well, we're making success off of this. Well, we got to do something else. So now they're doing Broadway shows. So now they're out, and because these guys are actors as well, so they're branching out and they're doing Broadway shit, and they're getting money off of that. Like, okay, well, we got to do something else. You know, like, we're doing good off of this. Let's keep it going. So now they're doing, they're still doing shit. They're still getting money off of fucking Newgrounds. Do you know how old Newgrounds is?
I was around for that. Newgrounds is alive.
Yes, it is still alive. I am still on Newgrounds.
Yeah, yes. They are still.
Ronan has heard me talk about Newgrounds 1,000 times.
They are still pulling shit from Newgrounds. People still remember them from that. So they're like, okay, well, we gotta let's branch out. Let's start doing other shit. They got some musical people together. They're singers. So now they're out here making fucking crazy ass music, like video game music. Like just and I think that the group is called
Ninja Sex Party.
Ninja Sex Party. That's what it is.
What you got them, and you got Starbomb.
And Starbomb. So so Ninja Sex Party is a separate group. Dan, that's his name. Dan Affidavit. And so he's the lead singer for Ninja Sex Bomb. And like they do just all kinds of crazy off the wall shit. And then you got Starbomb, which is more like video game related. But like the point is, it's like they're branching out and they're doing all of this shit to make sure that they have that income come back in. So like when something goes south, because I mean at some point it's going to run out somewhere. Streaming's not going to work. Okay, well, we still got, YouTube. Okay, well, YouTube's not going to work. Okay, well, we're still doing shows on Broadway. Broadway's done. Like, they still have that money coming in to where they don't have to sit there and have to worry about, oh, man, maybe I got to start working at 9 to 5 at McDonald's to make ends meet, Like, they're investing they're investing in their talents, and it's fucking paying off.
Hey, like, one of the 48 laws of power. Reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
And it's true.
Yeah. And that's exactly what they all did. And another thing that I've noticed, as far as like being a content creator, like no matter what it is you do, like the people that are the most successful right now, in my opinion and in my eyes, they've got like a whole little team, for guys like me, for guys like, us, the smaller ones, like we're out here, we're, doing our content, and then we're turning around and we have to edit the videos. We got to put in the Roblox oof sound whenever something crazy happens. They've got people for that. They've got audio people. They've got editors. They've got artists. They got all that shit, and 9 times out of 10, like from what I've seen, like take Maximilian dude, like he doesn't even have to pay anybody at this point.
They do it for free.
They do it for free. They just want to be a part of that shit. Yep. And it's the exact same thing with Game Grumps. You go in and type in a Game Grumps compilation, somebody sat there and took fucking 35, 40 hours of their time to 3D animate an episode of whatever wild ass story they were talking about right then and there for like 2 minutes. Like it gets to a point where
you don't gotta do shit.
You don't have to do nothing. And I mean, like even before all that, I'm pretty sure, like as far as Max and the Game Grumps group goes, they had people lined up to begin with. Like, hey, you know what? We're gonna pay you X amount of money. Well, I'm gonna exclude Game Grumps for this because I know for a fact, like everybody that's involved in their little group, they're a close knit friend. They're close knit. You know, they're all it's friends all in with them, so they're all getting a portion of the money. So they've got their audio guy, they've got their editor, they've got hell, I'm pretty sure they have a script somewhere in there too. You know, to get it going, what they're gonna talk about in the outro. Like they have it all together, and I feel like that's one of the biggest differences between us as content creators and them as content creators,
right.
It's all about the grind though.
Yeah,
it is.
It really is. Obviously, we're just regular Joes out here just trying to make it. So we don't have those kind of resources. We're kind of it's just kind of us. But that's how it's got to be.
That's how it
always starts.
That's how it starts. And not only that, it's about networking too, man. Because like I see the Discord right now, you guys got a plethora of people in here, and then people that we do know. It's all about networking. It can be done.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree. It can be done. But yeah, that was my little 2 cents.
But you're right though. You gotta have multiple streams of income. It's like Dame Dash said. The only way you go become rich if you have multiple streams of income coming in, whether it be through streaming, whether it be through, in my case, trying to do it through photography or web development, whatever you got to do. That's the only way you gonna be rich. You can't rely just.
You can't just depend on your hobby. Yeah,
exactly.
You can't rely on your hobby.
Exactly.
There was just a tweet going around not too long ago about somebody was saying, how are you asking people to support you your esports career through GoFundMe? Why sometimes you need 2 jobs in order to support yourself and your career,
exactly, and your hobby,
your hobby that you're trying to bring up. And it's like, it's true, it's very true. But some people believe, hey, if you donate to me, then I can support this hobby, and it's like that's not how it works all the time. I gotta support myself.
Yeah, I've never looked at it like that. Like even when I was sponsored, I never depended on my sponsors to get me to play where the hell I needed to be. I did it out of my own dime. I was just like, nah, I'm not going to depend on nobody. It's just not me. It's always how I've been.
I feel the exact same way. Like there hasn't been a single time where I put up like a what do you call it? A goal on a stream where it's just like give me the X amount of X amount of plays. But I do feel like there is an acceptance to that, and that acceptance is if you're good enough to produce results. Like if you've already gone to a tournament and you like consistently make top 20, top 15, and you're like, hey, and you do, and like let's say you stream and you put that up and it's like, hey, I've got this and this, and all I need right now, I'm coming up short. If y'all could give me a hand, like it's not it's not mandatory. Like I feel like that's cool. Yeah, I feel like it's a little more okay for a person that produces results, or even if it's like your first time, but you still have like 90% of the stuff there, and it's just like I'd love to experience this, but I've done everything I've done everything I could. I'm working 3 jobs to make this work, and I'm still coming up short. If y'all can give me a hand with this, like blah blah blah. But if it's just a regular thing, like go ahead and I got $500 to come up with, donate to me, and I'll make it in like top 75. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I don't know, but I mean, like I'm at the same time I am with y'all on that as well. Like I don't like asking I don't like asking for something that I want to say personal, but I feel like that's the wrong word for it. Like something like that is a luxury, and I have a problem with asking people for money for a luxury. I have a problem with asking people for money when I need medication. So for me to ask somebody to help me go somewhere, for fun. Like that's kind of out there for me.
I've always seen like if you can't do it on your own, you don't need to
do it. Yeah.
Exactly.
And like,
especially being grown.
Yeah, and that happens. You guys don't understand. I've been to a good amount of majors, and every major I go, there are bums. There were people that will try to loot the mooch off you, try to get in your room, try to sleep in there for free, try to get food up out you. Like, dog, why are you even here?
Man, all I can think of is that fucking crackhead that's just like, I got these cheeseburgers, man. Man, I suck your dick, man.
Yeah, I got these cheese, dog. Like, no, go home, Roger.
I don't know how they got there. Shit.
That shit baffles me. Like, you had a full, and then on top of that, you not even placing.
Yeah.
Like,
damn,
how, Sway?
Out, beloved.
Okay, no, like really, I know you got that, but I also know that you put the money and time in to get to make it happen. Like,
yeah, like regardless if I hit the goal or not, I'm going.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
it's like the money's already put away. This is just gonna
it's not
help
like
out.
It's not like you're sitting there and you're like you got a $500 goal set and you're sitting at $5. Like we have our hotel set, which
already paid for.
Yeah,
I just need to get there.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the people that are sitting there and they want 100% of the trip paid. Like, you've got your ticket, you've got a means to get there, you've got the hotel. Which, by the way, I still got to pay you half on mine for it. Don't let me forget.
Don't do it till the day of, man.
He said, "Don't let me forget." What you gonna do with the money if you die?
Yeah, like if people ask me to sit there, chill and come in my room, like, you got money?
Yeah,
that's my first question.
Exactly.
See, I think just be want to like bum on your floor or something.
Doug, you don't understand.
Dude, people will do that.
If you let them, they will bring a crew in that motherfucker.
Nah. And they will not leave.
Nah.
There will be people that will bum off like that. They would do stuff like that.
Dead ass. I've been to enough anime to know that there's always this one guy who y'all be so bad to come in your room unannounced and be just sleep, like trying to like sit in there and talk all this shit. I had to drag this one cat by his book bag out of our room. Because I'm like, bruh, nobody said you could stay here. Get your drunk fucking ass out of my room, man.
Yeah. I don't care if people chilling there. We get casual games. Bring your setup. Yeah. Guess where you going afterwards?
Yeah, out here. You can lay down in front of the door, but you ain't coming in here.
Yeah, I want my own shit. I pay for this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And like I know Proto's probably gonna be with me on this. We probably gonna have a little curfew.
Yeah,
probably.
I
don't know.
I need sleep.
Yeah. Exactly. We need sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna be up to 3 or 4 in the morning. Fuck that.
And then got a show, and then knowing my luck, that's gonna be. I got the first pool of the day.
You got 10 o'clock
11 in the morning. Boy, it could be like 10 or 11 in the morning. You must be out your damn mind. I'm going.
Yeah,
because pools are ridiculous at majors.
And then people wonder why they get washed out in pools.
Yeah,
you ain't sleep.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. I'm saving all fun for Sunday.
Yeah, I'll save my fun after if I drown in pools, then we get lit.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Wherever you get eliminated at, that's it.
Bite Squad will be on speed dial. I'll be like, look here, just bring us all the food you can bring us and bring the drinks.
Yeah, we have fun afterwards. It's damn near a job when you go in there, man.
Yeah,
unless you're just going for fun. But my mindset, I'm there to win.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Now, Proto, I am gonna warn you. You go smell a cloud of weed right when you.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna tell you that right now. My first final round was last.
He got to get nice before he compete. Look at this.
No, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about like Tasty Steve and them.
Oh yeah.
When I was final round last year, he was blitzed.
Yeah.
When I first met Tasty Steve, that dude was high as hell.
Hey, come on, man.
That's my dude.
You can't be calling him like that out like that. You know he got that glaucoma.
Especially on
this.
He's got that. You know he's got that glaucoma.
Now, if he listens to this and he hears this, he gonna be like, "Well, who is this that's outing me?
Yeah,
and why?
Who is this man?
And what did I do to him to deserve this?"
Yo, Steve, just so you know, I love you, bro. You still I still look up to you as like the best commentator of all time.
Oh,
you have a
best
motherfucker though, man.
I mean, he's a good commentator, but damn, you gave him that.
Who better?
Oh, I don't know if he's the best, but I mean,
shots fired.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I mean, we got underdogs a little better. I mean, I thought Blowhawk and Reno Face was a little better, but I mean,
okay,
that's just me in my opinion.
I'm about to sound bad. Who?
They commentated Evo this year, along with Tasty Steve. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I had to think about it. I forgot about them, dude.
Yeah, because they don't be active at majors as much as they used to. Because old men, but like Blow.
Hey man, I'm tired of these old men slices you keep.
Listen, we are all together. We are all old together.
Listen, I'm 35. I ain't old.
Old.
She said,
2 years old. See,
I'm young still. I can still go out here and run circles around people.
Oh, okay.
I see you. I feel you.
I believe it though. Nah, I believe it. I just like calling y'all old because a lot of people in their 30s they be like, "Oh, I'm old now." I'm old, and be like,
see,
so I gotta use that joke. So
like
it's
Jay said, 30's the new 20.
I kick up here talking all the shit. She probably ain't even hit 30 yet.
I'm 32. Thank you.
Yeah, she there.
I said we all 30. We all in our 30s.
That is true. You didn't say we all in our 30s.
Yeah,
if I was in my 20s calling y'all old, shit, I'm gonna have a problem. I wouldn't even be opening my mouth that way if I was in my 20s. I'm talking to y'all, some grown ass men talking about y'all old. Excuse me, little girl. Go back in that crib over there.
Put some respect on my name.
Respect your elders, man.
Right.
Put some respect on my name.
Old people told me how to play this game. Right? Old people told me how to play this game. Shit. If my dad could see me now play this game, I remember when I used to play him in Street Fighter, back when he used to come and get me when I was a kid, and I used to play him in Street Fighter. He was like, "You need to learn how to play this game. All you do is cheese." Now I would tell him, "What does cheese mean to you, Daddy?" Because, because I could use the same move over and over again. I bet you wouldn't do nothing against it, like he did when I was a kid.
That's the conversation me and Agent had like years back. Especially since you guys are FGC, I know y'all eat it up. Zoning and spamming, I know y'all have had that conversation already, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How you think it's the same thing?
Yeah. Casual think it's the same thing, though. Casual
you get on. Yeah, and I'm a filthy casual myself. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but more than the average casual.
I would say I know more than the average casual. Yeah, like, I go, I do go into the lab, I mix up stuff. Like, for frame stuff, I don't really look at that, but you know how a move feels coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And okay, if I keep getting smacked using this move, I need to either use it farther back or I need to use it when I have, like, XYZ advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's a funny conversation, when, spamming thing comes up because people get so mad over it. They get so mad, and then it's like, well, are you utilizing all your options? Do you know what your options are?
Mm-hmm.
Are you, things like that? So it's just something that's interesting when when you're going different circles.
Yeah,
going into things like that.
But see, the thing is, I understand where you're coming from when it comes to spamming versus zoning, because if a motherfucker is all he do is, like, say if a character has a shooting move and that's all he does, there's no combos involved, no switching it up. Yeah, he don't know shit. That I can guess you can consider that spamming, but zoning is different. If I get the life lead on you, I'm gonna keep you out. Why am I gonna go in?
Right.
Exactly. Right.
I feel like one is tactical, right? One is tactical and one is, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's blatant.
Yeah, you're scrubbing them out.
Yeah, if you're jumping in and I throw a high projectile, like, I'm not spamming. Like I knew he was gonna jump. It's a read. Versus remember Deathstroke in the first Injustice and Jackie Briggs and MKX when people just used to that was it. So.
I can say that's spamming because you're not doing shit else.
Nah, the spam was from Noob Saber in Mortal Kombat 9.
Yeah, he did it too.
That damn teleport.
I just hate using that word. It just sounds so scrubbish.
Well, scrubs do it, so there we go.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, like, I just picked up Geese as my secondary, which, like, this is a big deal because I've only ever used King in any Tekken game I've played. But I picked up Geese, and I'm gonna be honest with you.
Let me get you Rapukin constantly. Constant Rapukin.
If you're gonna get hit with it, I'm gonna hit you with it. Like, figure your shit out.
Yeah, but right. Where
around that too? You know, some people don't know a way around that. Yeah. You know, perfect example of a person who always does that all the time. Rapukin. We've mentioned his name tons of times. Fighting GM.
Yeah.
You constantly use that. And imagine you using King against him.
Oh, I don't have a. See, as playing King, I don't actually have a problem with that because I just didn't. When it comes to what is it? The three players. You have Akuma, Eliza, the vampire chick,
Eliza,
and you have Geese. I'm always within range to do up forward 1-2 every single time. Like I'm always capital punishment every time without fail. You throw one out, I'm gonna watch you and wait for you to do it again, and I got you every single time.
And if you were at tournament and did that, and you actually successfully did it, you will hear the commentators scream.
Really?
I'm telling you, just like no, we did it. We did it at NLBC when we seen that happen. Radical Kings versus Fighting GM, constantly pulling out the Rapukin and capital punishment over the Rapukin. That like top player move. Majin did it. Evo. Everybody was screaming, including the commentators. Right. I think they lost their voices off of that alone. People don't think of doing that. They will just get hit or they will sidestep it. And it's like that you can still get caught with it when sidestepping. It's like you got to do something after that. Oh, he's still in plus frames. Like we was talking about frame data. But capital punishment over that Rapukin. That's it. He's got punished, and you can do a combo off that and possibly kill him.
Yep.
And that's it. Like, but why keep doing it? You know, it's like something people keep doing it when they play Geese because it's like you go brain dead. I didn't think he was going to do that. Let me try this again. Maybe I'll get it this time. Like I just did it again. Like,
playing with Geese, I understand the mentality. Like what it is you don't come across a whole lot of people who know how to properly punish that. So like I'll throw out a Rapukin and they see, and like by the third time they're like, okay, he's gonna keep doing this shit. So they'll start sidestepping it. So I'll throw out two more and I know what they're waiting on. They're waiting for me to throw out that fifth one so they can sidestep it and then run in before I can get the other one. Well, right before they go for the attack, you got caught with a forward 4. So now I just got a counter hit and a free combo off you.
Damn.
Right. That's why characters like King work. Like for instance, even Elisa. When you do 1+2, like it's like you go over it.
And I mean like this.
And you can do the same with Eliza as well. Her what's that move that she does? You know what I'm talking about. She has another fireball. She has a fireball too that you can do that with. The capital punishment will punish that as well.
Dark Wave.
I mean, there are other characters.
Dark Wave. There you go. Dark Wave.
Yeah, and I know who is it? Any of the Mishimas who have Hell Sweep that start from the ones that because there's two different versions of Hell Sweep. There's one that you can do straight off the ground, and then there's a jumping Hell Sweep, right?
Yep. If you don't jump, then that's not. Then it's really hard to react to that Hell Sweep.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like the jumping Hell Sweep is an option for going over the Rapukin. Now, of course, if the person throwing it is at a safe enough distance, obviously, you can just low block when the Hell Sweep gets to you. But I mean, like characters do have options to get around it other than just jumping over it. Like I got my ass handed to me by Bob Because he has some little like front flip combo that I've never seen. I've never seen him do before. I don't get a whole lot of Bob experience online, but like he's got some shit to get over that. So
a lot of the characters do. Shoot, I've never played it with Bob, so I don't know much about Bob. But you know, there's a lot of characters that do. Like I said, Lisa, King. I think even Aura King has something.
Yeah. I'm just expecting a shit ton of pandas. I'm flying around this year.
The bear.
Yeah.
The bear. Well, the bear is a cool character when you just don't care and you just want to party.
Unless your name is Rangchu.
Unless your name's Rangchu. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Rangchu was playing real Tekken. You know, the thing is, real Tekken, when you actually poking and punishing and stuff like that, you know, instead of trying to be fancy and stuff like that, well, he's playing, quote unquote, real Tekken. So, you know, with the panda. And I had never seen that before. No, I lied. I have. Clint the Beast has done it. Hence his name. But Clint the Beast has done it. He's part of the second house. He's played, but that was back in Tag 2 days. So it's like this is Tekken 7. So it's like, does that count now?
I think he used Clint. I think Clint the Beast used Pan a little bit of damn DreamHack.
DreamHack, yeah, and he used Paul too. Those deadly death fists. on Josie, I'm done. I was done.
Beat the shit out of Josie.
What was that? Like 7 death fists? In a row? Oh no! I know Poke Shot was tight. Did you see the face at the end? And
he's mad.
Oh no! He had the commentators laughing. Yeah, where you been at?
I'm trash, man. That's what I can admit when I'm trash, and I'm trash.
Same.
You weren't trash with Shaheen.
I mean,
with Shaheen. And you ain't trash, Willie. Not with Walt.
I ain't trash. Shit.
That's a fighting game. I can say, yeah, I don't got it.
I'm about to say when you get knocked down 3 ranks in a row.
But that's online. Remember, online. People online do not care. They will do whatever just to keep their rank.
Of course.
That's why I say go to player matches.
They do that shit on the fucking Dragon Ball too.
Oh my god!
Some people go to player matches. They will play right. They actually play the game.
I streamed Dragon Ball last night, right? This motherfucker was auto comboing the whole time, and I got beat. I almost raged.
Yep. You'll get that.
I literally almost raged. I said, you know what?
Stopped.
I said, you know what? All right, I got something for this shit. And he didn't get one after that, boy. I was like, okay. And that's one thing I liked about fighting.
I can hear him saying that too.
Exactly.
When you adapt to a motherfucker, and they say, you know, boop, boop, where you go?
You was winning a minute ago.
Like that. It's hard just a second ago.
You was talking all that good shit a second ago.
What's up? Why you leave?
Get to your chest.
Yeah, when you turn that mic on, when you playing online, you hear them talking to all that shit. They do that in Mortal Kombat. It's like, you want to talk. I turned the mic off with Tekken, so it was like, yeah, I'm done. I don't want to hear y'all no more. Especially when they find out that you're a woman playing the game. It's like, what? What you doing on this game? Playing the game. What you doing?
People still hating on women playing Tekken?
Yeah.
They hating, period.
Even after Color whooping that ass.
Period, bro. It don't matter what game.
They hating on women supporting in the FGC too, but we that's a story for another time.
Yeah.
That's a story for another time.
Yeah, and we're a little overtime now.
Yeah, because I have stories. Shit, what happened on Sunday? It's like shit. Looking in that stream chat, it was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
What? I'm glad to see this shit when I was commentating at NLBC for Tekken. It was 73 people in the bracket. Okay, that was one of the biggest Tekken monthlies or locals ever for Tekken. So I was basically on the mic the whole time, and I had people in stream chat. People were questioning my gender. Somebody called me a grandma.
Wow.
You had other people just basically coming out their face just because I was an unfamiliar face on the mic, because that was my first time at NLBC actually commentating. Other than that, you had people like Real Law, Reno face. I was commentating with Bloodhawk. You had a dude named Violent JD who had been there for a little bit, but he was saying some of the most outrageous stuff. He was comparing some things to R. Kelly, surviving R. Kelly. So if you got a perfect, it was like he was saying, my body is telling me no, but my mind is telling me yes, and just singing. Or he'll be like, you say, oh, he peed on him. He'd be like, surviving on Kelly. Like, surviving on. Oh, he didn't get the perfect. He survived on Kelly. Like, it's like, really?
Like, dog, you doing too much.
Mm-hmm. He was doing way too much on the mic, but it was like, it was okay for him because he was, because of the fact that. It wasn't even just that. It's because he was a familiar face. I wasn't a familiar face, and I was a chick on the mic.
I see.
So it was like, oh, let's get at her now because she's sitting there. And it's like, then after that, when it came time for interviews, it was like several people. What gender is the person in the middle? Like, okay, bitch. I'm glad I didn't see that when I was actually stream shit. When I was actually, when I was interviewing, because I would have straight up said something. But it was bad enough if I had said something or said a comment, anything like that. The streamer would be upset by it. Mm-hmm. But it was like if my commentator, co-host would say something, it was all right for him. So I was like, it's just some things you just got to grin and bear, and some things you have to eat. But at the same time, it's like, if really I could say something, I swear to God, I would have slandered half that chat. But it's just stuff that you have to deal with. Mm-hmm. But it's like, y'all can't deal with the fact that there are women that are gaming still. Really? This is 2019. This is in the 1900s. Mm-hmm. And there's more of us now than ever. So
we'll get there though. We'll get there one day.
We might, unfortunately, we might never get there.
Yeah, I mean, if motherfuckers can't handle 28 days for Black History Month, I highly doubt they're gonna handle women.
When I say that, I don't mean like everybody is gonna like. There's still gonna be people with problems, but I think that we can get to a point where we can shut that out. I agree. We can have enough people to shut that out completely. Maybe not completely, but to keep it in check.
Yeah, enough people to speak out on it.
Yeah, to get them to just be
but
like,
we do have to remember though with Twitch that the stream chat with Twitch, once they get in that stream chat, they're not human.
They're not. They're not. They're some humans.
They're just it's like the stuff that they type in that chat is like, wow. And it's like, say they were in front of you 5 minutes ago, and then they get into that stream chat. Yeah, that's not the same person anymore. Just gotta remember that.
I wish I could be put in a situation like that. Like if I had saw you 5 minutes ago and then I see you typing some wild shit, I'm gonna at you and be like, not only do I know where you are right now, but you better fucking fix this shit.
Yeah, that's why, like I said, I'm kind of done with Twitch, man.
Yeah,
I'm on Mixer now.
And you know what? That's the route a lot of us like SPOC are going. I kind of retired from streaming myself, and I've been given, like, after these interviews, I've been giving it a lot of thought about coming back on, and I looked into Mixer, and the biggest turn off for me on Mixer is that there isn't, from what I've seen, there isn't a huge FGC presence.
Not at all.
Like at all. Like the top games that I see that are being played on Twitch comparatively, like, you have a minimum of 1,000 people viewing Tekken 7 on Twitch on a regular, and that's a minimum. You have a minimum of 5K for Street Fighter 5. Hell, don't even look at fighting games. The top non-fighting game, non-competitive game, I think, is A Link to the Past, between speedrunners and people who do the randomizers. Right, 10K on a bad day. Not a single person plays any of those things. The top games in Mixer is Fortnite. I think PUBG,
Minecraft.
Minecraft. So basically, Microsoft games.
Yeah.
But Mixer's run by Microsoft too.
But Mixer is run by Microsoft. So that makes sense. But I don't like. It's just crazy. Like I'm honestly thinking about hitting up Mixer because I'm a masochist and I like hurting myself. But the other side is that I like that challenge. I like the challenge that the FGC.
One of the things I was thinking about too, as far as Mixer, especially because you guys were bringing it up. Now it's nowhere near as saturated as Twitch is.
Right.
So you figure, a couple of your people, you and yours, do head over to Mixer. Yeah. And I'm not a huge Twitch streamer or anything. I just hit like 1,500 followers or whatever. But I've been streaming for a couple of years, so I'm not even like shooting up through the ranks or anything like that.
Yeah.
But saturated that if somebody decides just to make the switch over to Mixer, they have a decent chance of like getting known, popping faster because there's not many people over there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like take advantage of it now. That's why I'm going over there. Like when I bring Fight Club over there.
Yeah.
Rap.
Strike while the iron's hot type shit.
Yeah. It's a rap.
Yeah. Like I've technically already made the transition. I've already streamed a few times over there. It's just it felt like coming from someone like who already had like a base viewership of 15 to 18 people, and then starting, and I understand like it's pretty much starting over because it legit felt like I was starting over. Like
it is.
I like my first. It was like I was back at my first 3 months, and I'm sitting here talking to myself, for like 3 or 4 hours at a time. And
I ranged by like 5 people.
Yeah.
At the most I get is about 5 people right now.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I get that. That's part of the process. But, it's just, it's a double-edged sword because you want to bring, that FGC presence into it, but you can't do that until you get people that are interested in it in there.
Yep.
Right.
That's kind of where my mind is right now, as far as like going in the Mixer and doing all of that. And maybe it's just one of those things where you kind of have to find other people who have that same interest, because like there are random times of the day where I'll see somebody playing Tekken, but they've only got like 2 people in there, and that's the person streaming, and that
maybe one other person,
that one random guy though that is kind of like this game looks fun, but I'm not too sure kind of type person. But then I also take into account like this person's breathing into the mic, he's not really talking to the people on his off time when he's not fighting, he has no camera. Like these are all things that you take into account.
Right.
When I have no camera either.
Well, right, but you like when you lack something, interact. Yeah, you can interact. When you lack something, you have to do something else to make up for that. If you don't have a camera, then you're constantly interacting with your chat. And obviously in your case, it's not because you're lacking something, it's just that's who you are. You don't need the camera because you have other things to fill that lack.
Yep. You got a mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can talk.
Made a joke, other ladies. You got ladies' night. Because I know that's what y'all be coming over there for sometimes.
I come to support.
Yeah, same.
I'm joking, AJ.
But no, like, listen, like, I definitely feel where you're coming from as far as like trying to make the transition, because I got about 1,900. I'm almost at 2,000 on Twitch. And for me to just up and leave, because I normally range from about 15 people every time I stream to 5. Yeah. It's a grind. And I'm willing to accept that.
Yeah.
Versus the toxic bullshit with Twitch every time, and like, man, I'm just good.
Yeah,
I'm good, bro.
Nah, I understand. I feel you. The other thing that gets me with that are the emotes. Like, come on, you got soggy bacon as an emote? What is that?
Yeah. Soggy bacon? What?
Mixer's emotes is kind of on trash mode.
Yeah,
I give it that. But I mean, like I said, I'm willing to make the sacrifice versus dealing with the bullshit. I'm like I said, I'm straight I'm good on that all shit, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, I put it on Twitter. I was like, listen, I'm gonna be on Mixer. If you fuck with me, you fuck with me. If you don't, you don't. I mean, that's what it is at the end of the day.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Does it have like an app? Does it have like an app like Twitch does?
Yeah, it's got all of that.
It's like Twitch, but better.
I've barely touched it. I just haven't,
Yeah.
But is it for all? Is it for everything like PC?
If you got a cap card, it's just like Twitch.
It's literally Twitch.
Better.
But yeah.
Like, listen, say if I'm streaming, right? On Twitch they got a delay. Like I say something, it may take 10 seconds for you to get that message, and then I gotta wait for you. No, I say something, you hear it.
Yeah, the response is almost immediate.
Oh, there's no delay?
Yeah.
None.
Yeah. You don't even need the latency deal. You don't need to have no fucking affiliate for the encoder. None of that shit.
And my streams look amazing. Like I watched my recap from last night. I was like, am I partnered?
Okay, now the one gripe, one of the few gripes that I have about Mixer, is that you if you want your page to look nice, you do have to know HTML, a little bit of HTML coding.
You have to know some encoding. Yep.
Well, I think can't you stream from OBS to Mixer now?
Yeah, they just that's always been a thing. They just updated it to where you can stream from Facebook off of OBS.
Yeah, I use Streamlabs on Mixer right now.
Well, Streamlabs, I mean, yeah.
The only thing is, I'm having trouble with the alerts. Like, my alerts aren't coming through. Like, I don't understand what I'm doing wrong.
That's more I feel like that's more Streamlabs than you. Like, Streamlabs has always had issues with that kind of stuff, even with Twitch.
Well, see, with Twitch, it goes through all my alerts as far as like when somebody follow me, give me bits and stuff like that. It go through automatically. But when I'm using Streamlabs on Mixer, the chat doesn't come through and my alerts don't come through. So I know there's something that I'm doing wrong, but I'm a research it and figure it out.
See what's going on. Okay, yeah.
But other than that, I highly recommend Mixer because it's really a good platform and you can pop easy.
Mm-hmm. And I gripe about the HTML. It's honestly not that bad. It's just how convenient Twitch is to set up in comparison.
So it's very basic.
Yeah,
very basic.
Very basic. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a matter of basically if you have an image, you upload it to I don't know, Imgur. I don't know how y'all say that shit, Imgur. And
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then you take the link of that image from Imgur and then post it as an HTML. It's an HTML image. And it'll ask for the source, and that'll be your source. So you put that in, and then just save it, and then it's there. As opposed to uploading the file from the computer, and then it's just there at whatever resolution you had it at.
Okay.
But you get to
mess with Mix.
But at the same time, like, it could be as simple as you want, or it could be as complicated as you want. Like I've seen profiles where they're advertising merchandise and it's a straight up GIF, and it's just like their stuff just constantly moving all over their page from the way they had it set up.
Yeah, they even I went into this one partner streamer, like his Twitch chat actually had graphics, like somebody had subbed to him and had fireworks going off in his Twitch chat. I'm like, how the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
See, like shit like that. That's dope.
Yeah. Like Asia said, there's some room there. Like,
yeah, definitely
get in while you can if you're deciding to make that migration.
Put it this way. When I went in to look at the top streamers yesterday on the top page, probably like 30 something people on the top page. Like somebody had 30 something people in his room and he's on top page.
Yeah.
Or like on the front, like you
on the front page.
Yeah.
On the front page.
On
the front page, bro.
The high. Okay. And then I'll tell you this, like there's like a couple of months ago, there were a few times where I would pop in the Mixer and the highest, the guy with the highest numbers, he had like 1,500 views. And it was the stream was done in Spanish, and he had on Ichigo's hollow mask. Like that was his shtick. That was his whole thing. You know, he come in, he have on a little hollow mask. He'll say whatever it is because I don't speak Spanish, but he'd say some shit. Everybody would get hype, and then he play. He was playing Digimon Cyber Sleuth. Like it was like just random ass shit. Like you're not even playing like PUBG, Fortnite, Minecraft. Nah, he's playing Digimon, and people are just like hype for this shit.
Yeah, it's a market, bro. Like I'm trying to tell you, get in where you fit in, man, real quick, because it's gonna get inflated.
Shit, that might have to happen, man.
I'm trying to tell you, it might be the wave, man. Because Twitch is oversaturated now, man.
Very true.
And then you've got all these smaller ones popping up out the woodwork now. So you got this group called D-Live. You got this other, I can't remember what it was. It was some chick that I follow on Twitter, on Instagram. It's honestly a place for thoughts. Like I'm not gonna lie. She's not one Twitch.
Oh, no. You said one moment.
This is another place. But I'm gonna get back to you on that Twitch kitten part. Like I need to know what's going on with that. But it's this other group.
You trying to get up on Twitch kittens now?
I would like to research this for learning purposes.
See, there's times I wish I wouldn't have left Twitch kittens, but
no. Okay, so anyway,
I ain't messing with you, Willie.
This other site, like you go on and they do it for like all different regions, but like if you click on, it's crazy because like if you click on like United States as your region, and then you look up I forgot what they call them. It's not content creators, it's like performers or something like that. You click in performers, and it's just like thought, titties, lace shirts, titties. Like, are you kidding me? This is what streaming is, you know? And then I gotta ask my friend about it, but there's an actual site where people are butt ass naked playing games. It's a streaming service.
I mean, it's called Pornhub, man.
No, Plexstorm.
Plexstorm, that's what it's called. Yeah. Yep.
Here's how you know.
How do I know?
No, hush, Ronin. Unfortunately, I found this out through Mike ATL.
Okay.
Oh,
unfortunately,
no, I just went to the page like, oh
wow. And you know what? If you see on Twitter, there's like I think one of the women I follow retweeted it. I'm not gonna mention her name, but it was a woman and she was naked and she was talking about streaming on Plexstorm, and I'm like, oh, we doing this now?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, okay, so y'all gonna give us this name that we didn't want. It was like, okay, well, I game in whatever I want to, which is cool, but I thought I was watching a game.
No.
We a game called Bugs Must Die.
See
what I mean? Do you see what I mean?
Because they're not
nothing
there for
goes
the game.
Together right now.
Nobody's there for the game. This is like he's
there's a game on here where the chick is licking all of them.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Yo, like, this is wild, B.
This is Plexstorm is cam service. Like that's all. It's cam service with video games. That's literally all it is.
There was one chick on Plexstorm. I went over there, and there was a chick that was saying she had up where she, if you give her 300, if she got the goal of $300, she would show her titties on stream. And I'm like, $300? That's all you worth? And I'm like, what's going on? That's all them titties are worth, $300? I mean, I'm not saying she Halle Berry or whatever, where it was like $1,200 each titty, but I'm just saying. I mean,
but $300 for pulling the shirt up. Nah, that's probably like easy money to me, Chief.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
she didn't get nowhere near this. She didn't even get $25 out the game.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. Like, but did she get the $300 though? That's the question.
She didn't even get $25. There was no money there. She had been streaming for about a good 4 hours.
Oh man,
and she didn't get a nickel.
No, it was no money.
Yo, them titties are sad, man. They gave them titties 4 thumbs down, man. Nah, them titties ain't worth it, boy.
And
She didn't have no milk jugs, man. She had like freaking like water bottle.
God damn, Willie.
Wow.
God damn, really?
And it's time to end the interview.
You see, Willie be doing it sometimes, man.
Yeah.
You the one said she didn't even make 25 cents.
She didn't make any money. I said $25. You said 25 cents, but still, she didn't make any money.
Broke
She didn't have any money.
No. Broke hoes is a no. You got to have it. Okay, I'm done. I've been listening to too much loonies, man.
Hey, Agent Ronin, Willie, man, it was fun having y'all out here.
Man, it was fun.
Yes, we really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
definitely.
Man, I appreciate you.
Yeah. All right, it's 10:30. It's like 11:30 over there, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, 11:30, 11:25.
All right, yeah, it's time to call it. Thank y'all again so much for coming out here. We really appreciate it.
No, thank you.
Yes, we do.
Y'all, man, shoot, it was an honor.
All right, y'all have a good night.
All right, y'all. Have a good night.
Y'all be easy.
I think that was our longest interview.
That was, yeah.
Same time, that was almost interactive too.
It was hella interactive. It woke me up. Yeah, that was longer than Afro.
Yeah.
God damn. All right.
We gotta get Chop back. Do you want? Hey, Agent,
my fault. Proto, you on Twitter, right?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. You're following me.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
You were the one that liked my stick.
Oh, that was your Nintendo stick?
Yeah, I just made that.
Oh man, yo, you did the damn thing on that shit.
I was gonna say, I think he was half asleep when he liked it.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, no, man. I've been working on this little project for a good little for like 3 or 4 days. I did the paint.
That shit is fire.
Yeah, this is a Hori Rap 4 Pro Kai. I read it. I did the paint job. I did the layout. I did everything. The buttons, the plexiglass, all of that.
So did you order your buttons?
Yeah, I go through Focus Attack to order my stuff.
Yeah, same here. Yep, I ordered my buttons. Matter of fact, I gotta go tomorrow to go get me a screwdriver so I can open my shit up, because for some reason my damn Obsidian. Oh shit, my Obsidian won't work.
Oh, now you just broke it more, huh?
No, that was my phone.
Oh, okay. Well, hey,
don't break the phone.
Go to if you got a Lowe's out there, go to Lowe's and look for it's a Cobalt screwdriver. It's got a it's a little screwdriver, and it comes with like these 2 little blue things that has extra attachments that you can take off the end and switch out end pieces. And it literally works for everything. It works for your fight sticks. It's got the little 3-way deal for like your controllers. You know how they have that special screw that you have to take out.
Yeah.
And that's originally what I got it for, because I custom painted my GameCube controller. But I didn't want to spend like $30-$40 to have the screwdriver shipped out.
Right.
So this one's only like $10-$15, but you get all these little attachments to go with it too. So if you're looking for that and you don't want to spend money on shipping, they got it at Lowe's.
I bet. I'm gonna go check that shit out tomorrow, because I need my fight stick.
Yeah,
like I played Dragon Ball on fight stick, and my execution is better on controller. I just love the fight stick.
The fight stick feel.
Oh my god!
I can't play on anything else. Yeah,
it's like typing. It almost like playing a keyboard.
Yeah.
Once you get that shit down, oh lord, it's like making love.
Nah, I feel you.
I'm gonna try it.
I'm using a controller.
Oh, man. Hey, once you go to stick, you'll never want to go back. I'll let you know right now.
You really won't. And that, like, I'm trying to get this shit
so much
together, because I want to try this Mortal Kombat out on Fight Stick, because there's no run button, so I don't have to worry about pressing extra buttons. I can deal with block button, but the run and trying to run cancel with a Fight Stick, good luck.
There's so many people complaining about that, like, oh, there's no more running and and Mortal Kombat, and it's like, is it really that bad? I don't know. Because remember, Mortal Kombat 1, they didn't have run.
Uh-huh.
I don't think they had the run option. I think they put that in 3. They put in 3.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like y'all dealt with that for 1 and without it for 1 and 2. So
they're going back to that.
I mean, yeah.
It's because people complain, man. That's all it is.
That's what I'm saying. People complain all the time and on some bullshit. Like it's really not that serious.
Hey, speaking of Dragon Ball, you see they got that like if you're the same character, the level 1 supers, like you can't level 1 super into another one anymore. It got hella nerfed.
Yeah. They fucked up a whole bunch of shit in this patch.
The only person who isn't affected is Yamcha.
Yep.
He can still level 1 into level 3, but that's actually like you gotta have like that's actually kind of skill, like to be able to you gotta have the skill to do that though, because you gotta aim it. But that's nice. I like that. I also like that they changed the Rush Dragon Rush. They changed the Dragon.
It's a hard knockdown.
Yeah, they changed the Dragon Rush, and they also changed the tag out, not the tag out, the defense snapback cancel. Yeah,
the guard cancel.
Guard cancel. Yeah. Yep. So like, so it has more invincibility frames, so that way
it's an actual tool now.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's that shit?
Exactly. So unless the person that's applying pressure ends up using a move that has invincibility, or they time a up heavy or what is that 6H? Or there's one more thing, or a level 3 super with invincibility frames.
You can get out of it. Yeah, that was the biggest thing everybody was complaining about, was that once you're in that block string, it's just like, okay, what the fuck am I? What do I do at this point? And you just don't know where to go. Oh, it works.
Huh?
Oh, they done fucked up the church's money.
Uh-oh.
It works.
What works?
My fight stick.
Oh.
I'm streaming tonight.
All right. If I'm not
he does late night streams.
Yes, yeah, I can.
Late night streams, yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, it's because of my work schedule.
Yeah.
I forgot all about his late night streams, and now he's back at it with MKX.
But mostly I've been streaming Dragon Ball lately. Like last night, I was like 3 hours I streamed on Mixer.
Oh damn! All right. Well, I got one more day of overtime. Did you do Resident
Evil? Did you finish Resident Evil, Agent?
Nah. I'm going to go back to it. I'm probably streaming tomorrow night. If not tonight, shit, it's still early. It's only 11:30.
Nick, what? It's time for bed.
Nah, man.
Well, that's because he works at night. He works at night.
I work second shift, so I work from 4:30 to 1. So this is my prime time.
Oh, okay. See, yeah, no, I got a 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. job. Yeah.
Yeah, you hear them hours, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, it's just because I'm trying to get all this OT out the way right now.
What do you do?
I'm an electrician.
Oh, okay. I'm a welder.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we kind of in the same boat. But you
trades.
Yeah, that's where the money's at, man.
You damn right.
Yeah. All right, man. I'm gonna let you get to it, and I'm gonna take my ass to bed.
All right, man. Again, appreciate you guys giving me a platform on your stuff, man.
Hey, no problem. Thank you for coming by. We really appreciate it.
No doubt. Man, by the way.
Cone, get out of here.
Y'all have a good night, though.
All right.
You too, Agent.